On the 25th of August at 3:20 p.m. Universal Time, then the moon is going to reach the very beginning of this sign, which is Libra, thus creating an opposition with Saturn and Neptune, thus triggering the energies of both planets. Saturn represents reality, Neptune represents dream and the spiritual dimension of life, whereas Saturn represents the earthly dimension. So anything that is real, whereas Neptune represents anything that we feel. There is a role played by the left hemisphere of the brain and a role played by the right hemisphere of the brain. So Saturn and Neptune are sort of bringing them together, helping us understand what dream is and how we can achieve the best from the dream itself. So giving us a chance to actually make the necessary effort and work to obtain what we want or what we dream of, which I already mentioned in earlier on. So we see that the moon is also creating a very nice link here with Pluto, which is a trine. That blue line here is very, very potentially beneficial. And there is another one with Uranus. So we have this great triangle here that occurs in the three air signs, which are intellectual or cerebral and communication signs. So communication is going to become quite important. And it is actually from our ability to communicate and to share ideas, opinions, and whatever that we will succeed. And plus, Saturn and Neptune are in harmony with Pluto and in harmony with Uranus as well. So this triangle here is going to be very strong because it is backed by this one. And this would be the spine of the kite that is represented by this form here. So the kite has a head, and the kite flies from this direction, from here to there, right? So Saturn and Neptune are positioned at the head of the kite. So Saturn and Neptune are positioned at the head of the kite. So they represent really what we are able to achieve. And what we're able to achieve is, well, realizing concretely a dream or an ideal situation. Now, if you focus on that, despite the fact that there may be discordances and, obstacles and so on, you will remain focused on your goal. And that is how you're going to reach it and therefore to succeed. The potential is going to be great on this day, the 25th of August. So, don't let it go to waste. Please use it. The next transit is when the moon reaches Mars. And that will be what I'm going to talk to you next. Oh, before I talk to you about that, because I just talked about Neptune. Neptune represents dreams and the subconscious mind and so on. So I wrote a book on astral travel, which I really practiced in the 70s. I discovered that in 1973 or 4, something like that, through a book by Robert Monroe called Out of the Body Experiences or Journeys Out of the Body. That was the title. And I practiced and I succeeded. And so I used astrology to understand, according to Robert Monroe and what he wrote, when and why, astrologically wise, he could have the experiences that he wrote in his book. So that gave me the idea to do something similar for people who would be interested in doing astro travel. So if you're interested and want to learn about my own experiences, some of them anyway, and how to obtain the best results, then this book is for you, because I've got a lot of exercises that I've written in there, because there is a lot of information and useful exercises and so on to help the reader to have this experience, which is an extraordinary experience. There are no words actually to really explain what we experience during astro travel. So it is a beautiful journey that we are able to make out of our body, which makes us a lot lighter. Thank you. Now, the next segment is about the moon reaching and creating what we call a conjunction, which is actually an alignment from our point of view on Earth with Mars.